today I wanted to talk about ARCs and DRCs. What are they? How do you get them? What is their purpose? So ARC stands for Advanced Reader Copy and DRC stands for Digital Review Copy. And these are things that authors use to help get publicity out about their book before it's published. So these are the copies that come out, 7, 8 months before the book will be published. And it's not a final copy. There can still be changes or edits made. Sometimes they don't have artwork. Sometimes they don't even have covers to them. There may be typos, grammatical errors, things like that. But the point is to get the story out there so that people can begin getting excited about it, share it for marketing. They can help people place pre-orders, which can help the author immensely, which I'll talk about at a different time. But there's a lot of ways to get ARCs and DRCs. I personally get a lot through my work because I am a bookseller at an independent store, and so we use Edelweiss Plus, which is specifically a platform for publishers to help share the books that are coming out with independent bookstores so that they can place orders, get DRCs and ARCs, things like that. However, there are a lot of ways if you're not a bookseller to still get them. NetGalley is a great one. Also, having some kind of book platform helps, where you say, I want to review this book so that I can share it with my followers. Even if you don't have a lot of followers, just being able to say that you have a public platform and that your point of reading this book is to review it and share it with people, because that's ultimately what they want, will help you get them. Just saying that you just want to read it because you just want to know before it comes out what it's about, that's not really helpful to them. And they also have to pay a lot of money to put these on these websites. So having a purpose helps. So ARCs are paper copies that are mailed to you, and so obviously those cost publishers more because they have to be printed, they have to be bound, they have to be mailed. So going after digital review copies is probably going to be more fruitful because it just takes a moment for them to give you access and email it to you. There are a lot of rules around what you can and cannot do with ARCs and DRCs. Obviously, you can't widely share explicitly what's in it via photographs or, printing it, reading it aloud, things like that. So I wanted to go over some ARCs that I have got recently that I'm very excited about. So coming up first, of course, is going to be The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. I love Rachel Gillig's writing. I read the One Dark Window duology, and I just love the gothic fantasy vibes. It's sort of the first time that I read sort of an eerie gothic fantasy, and I instantly loved it. Her writing, especially her writing of female main characters, is so great. I love that her female main characters can still be feminine and still be strong in so many ways. And so I'm very excited about this one. This comes out in May of this year. A Mastery of Monsters by Liesl Sambury. Academia is cutthroat enough without claws and teeth. I'm very excited for this one. It's a little chunkier, but I'm very excited. This is a teen fiction, so YA, and I do love reading YA, especially like fantasy, romantasy, academia, stuff like that. The Otherwhere Post by Emily J. Taylor. This is one of those ones where it doesn't even have artwork to it yet. There were still some typos, things like that. But when I tell you that I was so thrilled that I was able to get a copy of this through our store, this may be one of my favorite YA reads in a very long time. And I'm going to do a different video just on this to get people excited because it does come out very soon. And it is 5 out of 5, amazing. Firebird by Juliet Cross. This is going to be a big romantasy. I think it has dragon shifters, magic, rebel plots, a strong FMC, fated mates. This is going to be all the things we love in dragon shifter romances set on the backdrop of a widespread fantasy. The Hollow Half by Sarah Aziza. This one is a Palestinian author, and it sort of talks about the way that bodies and just the act of survival for Palestinians is an act of rebellion, and it goes through her life with an eating disorder and how that relates to that. House of Striking Oaths by Olivia Wildenstein. This is also a romantasy. This one comes out pretty soon, April 29th. So excited to go through this one. The Deathless One by Emma Hamm. This has literally everything I think I'm looking for. It comes out in the beginning of August, but this is just the back, and they knew what they were doing with this marketing campaign, okay? Slow burn, forced proximity, badass princess wielding black magic, demon shadow daddy with a tortured past, and a deal with the devil. Say less. The God's Time Forgot by Kelsey Sheridan Gonzalez. This one comes out in April, is a fantasy. It's a little bit shorter. Very excited. A Far Better Thing by H.G. Perry. This is the story of a changeling who was switched at birth by the fairies. And this one comes out in June of this year. When I'm Home by Hala Alian. This comes out in the beginning of June. This is a Palestinian writer, and it's a memoir about her journey through the path of surrogacy and becoming a mother through surrogacy, and what that's like and how that relates to her identity as a Palestinian woman.